Sometimes the greatest surprises in life come from the moments we least expect, and the struggles you're facing today might just be the very thing preparing you for the breakthrough you've been waiting for. Absolutely. Here's a strong, inspiring, and relationship introduction for the speech designed to captivate the audience's attention and keep them engaged throughout the YouTube video. Hey there, welcome to today's video. If you've ever felt like life isn't going your way, or you're starting to lose faith that your dreams will ever come true, you're not alone. Relationships, whether with ourselves, others, or even life itself, are full of unexpected twists and turns. We all go through moments where it feels like everything is out of our control. But what if I told you that in the midst of all the uncertainty, you are being prepared for the biggest surprise of your life? What if the struggles you're facing today are the very things setting you up for the joy, the success, and the love you've always longed for? In this video, we're diving deep into how every challenge, every delay, and every setback is actually part of a greater plan for your future. You might not see it now, but the best is just around the corner. Whether you're going through a tough time in your relationship, waiting for the right person to come into your life, or feeling frustrated with your own progress, this video is for you. I'm about to share some powerful truths that will completely shift the way you look at your journey. So stay tuned. Trust me, this could be the breakthrough you've been waiting for. Keep watching, because the best surprises are often the ones we didn't plan for. Let's dive in. This intro is designed to grab attention, speak directly to the audience's experiences, and create a sense of anticipation, encouraging them to stay tuned till the end of the video. Unexpected turns often lead to hidden blessings, written in a tone that's clear, simple, light, active, warm, inspiring, and story-driven, while keeping a Christian motivation style without directly mentioning God. Life doesn't always go the way we plan. We dream, we prepare, we map out our goals with precision, and then something unexpected happens. A job we thought we'd get falls through, a relationship ends when we thought it would last forever. The opportunity we prayed for doesn't show up, or the door we believed would open slams shut. And in those moments, it's easy to feel like we've been thrown off course, like something has gone terribly wrong. But what if those unexpected turns aren't mistakes? What if they're hidden blessings, dressed in confusion? Sometimes the route we had in mind isn't the one that will take us where we're truly meant to go. It might be the fastest route, or the one that seems the most logical, but that doesn't make it the best one. There are times when we're detoured for our own protection, rerouted for our own growth, redirected so we don't settle for something less than what we were made for. But in the moment, it rarely feels like protection. It feels like chaos, like silence, like disappointment. And yet, over and over again, you hear stories from people who say, at the time, I didn't understand it. I was frustrated, I was hurt. But now that I look back, I see it had to happen that way. If that hadn't fallen apart, I wouldn't be where I am today. Those unexpected turns, the ones that feel so unfair in the moment, are often the very things that position us for the best parts of our journey. The surprise of it all is that what once felt like a setback turns out to be the setup for something better. It's easy to have faith when everything is lining up perfectly. It's easy to trust the process when you're seeing results, but the real test happens in the in-between, when the plan is blurry, when the answers aren't clear, when the timing seems all wrong. That's when you discover what you're really made of. That's when something inside you starts to grow: resilience, patience, perspective. Things that success alone can't teach you. Lessons you can only learn when the road bends in a direction you didn't expect. If everything in life went exactly as you imagined, you'd never know the thrill of seeing something come together that you didn't plan. You'd never experience the deep joy that comes from realizing you were being led somewhere greater than your own imagination could reach. It's in the surprises that the most beautiful breakthroughs are born. Sometimes we chase things that look good on the outside but would break us on the inside. Sometimes we want something so badly we don't stop to ask if it's really for us. And sometimes we're just not ready yet for what we're asking for, not because we're not capable, but because the timing isn't right. We think we're being rejected, when really we're being redirected. The truth is, the journey to where you're meant to be will never be a straight line. It will twist, it will turn, and sometimes it will feel like you're going backwards. But every step, even the confusing ones, carry purpose. Every no is a piece of the puzzle. Every delay is a chance to grow into the version of you that can handle what's coming next. There is a bigger picture you can't always see. You're not lost. You're just in a part of the story that hasn't been revealed yet. The surprise is still in the making, and when it shows up, when all the pieces fall into place, you'll see that the detour wasn't a waste of time. It was the exact path you needed to take. So don't curse the unexpected turn. Don't rush through the part you don't understand. What feels like a pause might actually be progress. What looks like a block might be a blessing. What feels like the end might be the beginning of something you never saw coming, something better than you imagined. Delay is not denial. Written in a warm, inspiring, story-driven tone tailored to a Christian audience without directly mentioning God, following the Sea Law style. There's a moment we all face when we're chasing something important, a dream, a breakthrough, a prayer answered, a door opened, and we're met with silence. Not a clear yes, not even a firm no, just silence. Time keeps passing and nothing seems to be moving. You give your all, stay faithful, keep doing what you believe is right, and yet the results seem to stall. And in that stillness, a whisper begins to grow inside. Maybe it's not meant to happen. Maybe it's a no. But here's something that changes everything. Delay is not denial. There is a difference between something being over and something being under construction. Just because the answer hasn't come yet doesn't mean it never will. What's delayed is not discarded. What's waiting doesn't mean it's wasted. There are some things that take time not because they're being withheld from you, but because they're being prepared for you, and you're being prepared for them. Think of seasons. No farmer plants a seed and expects a harvest overnight. The seed goes underground, out of sight, and for a while nothing seems to happen, but in reality, everything is happening. The roots are forming, the structure is growing where no one can see, and when the time is right, it pushes through the surface. Life works the same way. In the silence, things are moving beneath the surface. You just can't see it yet. Waiting is uncomfortable because we live in a world that worships speed. We want instant answers, immediate results, and quick fixes. But the things that matter most, character, purpose, legacy, they take time. They take shaping. They take refining. And that often happens in the wait. It's in the delay that you discover depth. It's where patience is built, trust is strengthened, and your heart learns how to hold on to hope without evidence. The delay is not punishment, it's preparation, because sometimes you're asking for something you're not quite ready to handle yet. And that's not an insult, it's protection. Sometimes what you want is good, but what's coming is better. And if it arrived too early, it would either overwhelm you or slip through your fingers. The timing of your life is not off track, it's right on time, just not on your time. There are stories all around of people who almost gave up, who nearly walked away, thinking the delay meant the door was closed. But they didn't. They stayed. They kept showing up, and when the moment finally arrived, it all made sense. The timing, the waiting, the struggle. It wasn't random. It was purposeful. It was a setup for a surprise that was worth every second of the wait. But in the middle of the wait, that's when doubt speaks the loudest. That's when your mind starts convincing you to settle. Settle for less, settle for what's easy, settle for what shows up first instead of what's truly meant for you. But don't trade the long-term reward for a short-term comfort. Don't confuse the silence with a no. The longer it takes, the bigger the reveal. Sometimes the delay is the very sign that something greater is on the way. It's not easy to hold on when everything around you says move on. It takes strength to believe when there's no visible reason to. But the reward of holding on is that you build something unshakable inside you. You become steady, anchored, not tossed around by circumstances or emotions. You learn to stand on hope that isn't based on what you see, but on what you know deep down is possible. Every delay you've faced, every season of silence, every moment that tested your patience, none of it is wasted. Time is not your enemy. It's part of the process. And while you wait, while you wonder if it's all worth it, remember this: the delay isn't the end. It's the middle. The story isn't finished. The door isn't closed. What's meant for you is not lost. It's just not ready yet. Keep walking, keep showing up, keep believing, not because everything makes sense right now, but because something greater is being built in the delay. You're being prepared, not punished, written in a warm, inspiring, story-driven tone tailored to a Christian audience, without directly mentioning God. It's natural to feel confused, frustrated, and even defeated when life doesn't seem to go according to plan. We work hard, stay committed, and yet we often find ourselves facing difficulties that we didn't expect, or worse, didn't deserve. These challenges can feel overwhelming, leaving us with the painful thought, why is this happening to me? Why is this happening now? The hardest part is often believing that these moments of hardship are part of a greater purpose, especially when we feel like we're stuck in a never-ending storm. But here's something powerful to remember in the midst of the struggle. You are being prepared, not punished. When life throws obstacles your way, it's easy to feel as though you've been singled out, as if you're being targeted for some unknown reason. It's easy to interpret hardship as a sign that you've done something wrong or that you're somehow being punished for your past mistakes. But what if I told you that these moments of difficulty are not punishment, but preparation? What if I told you that everything you're going through is shaping you into the person you need to become for what's ahead? Preparation rarely looks like we think it should. When we picture being prepared for something great, we often imagine things happening easily, with little resistance, and everything falling into place just at the right time. But preparation is rarely comfortable. It's hard, it's stretching, it's uncomfortable. It feels like things are falling apart, but in reality, they are falling into place. You are being refined, sharpened, and strengthened for something bigger than you can imagine. Think about how gold is refined. To purify gold, it has to be placed in a furnace where intense heat melts the impurities, leaving behind only the purest form. The process is not pleasant for the gold, but the end result is priceless. In the same way, your trials are a form of refinement. The struggles, the challenges, the setbacks, they're not there to break you, but to make you stronger. They are shaping you into the version of yourself who is capable of handling what's coming next. You are being prepared, not punished. There is an old saying that goes, "What doesn't kill you makes you stronger." It's easy to dismiss that as a cliche, but there's a deep truth in those words. When we face adversity, when we're tested, we often discover things about ourselves that we didn't know before. We learn our own strength, resilience, and faith. The trials don't define us, they refine us. They reveal the strength we already have inside and help us tap into a deeper level of perseverance and patience. In every moment of difficulty, there is a lesson. In every trial, there is growth. But this requires a shift in perspective. Instead of seeing challenges as punishments, see them as opportunities for growth. Instead of asking, "Why me?" ask, "What am I learning from this, and how is this shaping me?" The trials you face today are not the end of your story. They are preparing you for something greater. The person you are becoming through these struggles will be the person who is ready for the blessings and opportunities waiting for you on the other side. Look at the story of someone who has achieved great things. Whether it's in business, sports, or any other area of life, they have all faced moments of intense difficulty. But it was through those challenges that they grew, that they learnt the most valuable lessons, and that they became the people they are today. You see, every setback, every hard moment, every difficult season is a chapter in the story of your success. It's a building block that's helping you become the person who can handle the success that's waiting for you. When life feels like it's throwing everything at you, it's easy to lose sight of this. It's easy to think that the weight is too much to bear and that the pain will never end. But know this, there is purpose in every struggle. You are not being punished, you are being prepared. You are being equipped to face what's ahead, and when you come out of this, you will be stronger, wiser, and more capable than you were before. The process of preparation can feel unfair at times, but it's also incredibly empowering. You have the opportunity to grow in ways that wouldn't be possible without these challenges. You have the chance to develop the character, the strength, and the wisdom needed to handle the greatness that is coming your way. It's not punishment. It's the necessary preparation for the best chapter of your life yet. So embrace the process, trust the journey, and know that you are being prepared, not punished. The best surprises are the ones you didn't plan, written in a warm, inspiring, story-driven tone tailored to a Christian audience, without directly mentioning God. We spend a lot of time planning our lives. We set goals, create roadmaps, and make endless lists of things to do, places to go, and achievements to unlock. It's only natural to believe that our plans are the key to our success. After all, if we know what we want and work hard for it, shouldn't we get exactly what we set out for? But here's the catch. Life often has a way of surprising us in ways we didn't expect, and the best surprises are often the ones we never planned for. At the beginning of any journey, we can only see what's in front of us, the visible path, the clear steps we think we should take. But the deeper parts of life, the blessings that truly shape us, often come from places we never imagined. When we're caught up in our own plans, it's easy to miss the opportunities that arrive unannounced, the blessings that don't fit into our neatly crafted outlines. The truth is, some of the most profound and life-changing moments come when we least expect them, and those are the moments that often hold the greatest value. Think about a time in your life when something unexpected happened, something you didn't see coming, yet it changed everything for the better. Maybe it was a job offer that arrived out of nowhere, a relationship that bloomed when you weren't looking, or an opportunity that came to you when you least anticipated it. Looking back, you can probably see that these moments weren't part of your plan. In fact, they probably weren't even on your radar, yet they turned out to be some of the most beautiful chapters of your story. When things don't go as planned, it's easy to feel defeated. We often assume that when our carefully laid plans fall apart, it means we've failed. But in reality, those moments of detour can lead us to exactly where we need to be. The surprise is not in the failure itself, but in the fact that sometimes the universe, fate, or whatever higher force you believe in, knows what's better for us than we do. Our plans might be good, but what's coming is often greater than we could ever have imagined. It's important to recognize that the best things in life are rarely linear. Growth, opportunity, and success don't follow a straight path. Sometimes we must be willing to let go of our rigid expectations to embrace the surprises that are meant for us. We get so caught up in our own vision of success that we miss the hidden gems along the way, the unexpected opportunities that are far more fulfilling than the ones we thought we wanted. The beauty of a surprise is in its ability to exceed our expectations. It's the moments when we're not looking, when we least expect it, that life offers us something so far beyond what we planned. These surprises come in many forms: a new friendship that brings healing, a challenge that turns out to be the opportunity you needed to grow, or a breakthrough that comes when you've reached the end of your rope. These unplanned moments are often the ones that teach us the most about ourselves, about others, and about what really matters. There's a profound truth in the fact that the best surprises are the ones we didn't plan for. They remind us that we don't control everything. They remind us that life is unpredictable, but in that unpredictability lies the potential for the most beautiful stories. Our plans may lead us down a path, but sometimes the detours are the ones that lead to the greatest discoveries, not just about the world around us, but about who we are and what we're truly capable of. Letting go of our rigid expectations doesn't mean giving up on our dreams. It means being open to the idea that life has a way of bringing us what we need, when we need it, and sometimes that's something better than what we had originally imagined. The key is to trust the process, to believe that the surprises that come our way are often the ones that lead us exactly where we need to be, even if it's not the place we thought we were headed. So the next time your plans fall apart, remember this: the best surprises are the ones you didn't plan. Those moments hold the potential to change everything. Embrace the detours, trust in the unexpected, and be open to the possibilities that life has to offer. What you didn't plan may just be the greatest blessing you could ever receive. You're Closer Than You Think, written in a warm, inspiring, story-driven tone tailored to a Christian audience, without directly mentioning God. There is something about the journey to success that makes it feel longer than it actually is. We dream, we plan, we work, but sometimes it feels like we're nowhere near the finish line. We put in all our effort, and yet progress feels slow or even non-existent. When the breakthrough doesn't come, it's easy to believe that we're far away from our goals, that success is an impossible mountain to climb. The truth, however, is that you're closer than you think. It might not feel like it right now, but every step you take is bringing you closer to the moment you've been waiting for. It's easy to become discouraged when the results aren't visible. We measure our success by the things we can see, the promotions, the accomplishments, the milestones. But success isn't just about the destination. It's about the process. Sometimes the work you're doing today, the effort you're putting in, and the struggle you're facing are all leading up to something that will make sense in time. You might not see the fruits of your labor yet, but that doesn't mean they're not coming. Think of the story of a seed planted in the ground. At first, there's no visible sign of growth. The seed goes into the earth, seemingly disappearing, and for a while nothing happens. But beneath the surface, roots are forming, branches are being built, and the plant is preparing to break through the soil. The seed isn't dead, it's simply waiting for the right moment to rise up. Your journey is much like that seed. There are moments when it feels like nothing is happening, but the truth is, things are growing beneath the surface, and you are much closer to your breakthrough than you can see. The hardest part of the journey is often the moment just before the breakthrough arrives. It's the point where you've put in the work, invested the time, and faced the setbacks, and yet you feel exhausted and ready to quit. But that's when you're the closest. Just when you think you're at the end of your rope, you're often right at the cusp of a new beginning. It's easy to give up when progress feels stagnant, but sometimes the next step is the one that brings everything together. The key is to keep going, even when it feels like you're far from where you want to be. The finish line is often closer than it appears. Look back at the times in your life when you felt like you were at your lowest, when it seemed like nothing was working out. How many of those times did you later realize were turning points? How many moments did you feel like giving up, only to discover that you were about to enter into a new season of growth? The moments you thought were the hardest, the darkest, were often the moments that set you up for what came next. You were closer than you thought. Sometimes the reason we don't see how close we are to our goals is because we're focused on the wrong things. We're too focused on what we don't have yet, what we haven't accomplished, or the setbacks we've faced. But all of that is part of the process. Every challenge is shaping you for what's ahead. Every delay, every disappointment, every mistake is helping you become the person you need to be for the success that's coming your way. And even though you might not see it, even though it feels like you're far from where you want to be, the truth is that you're closer than you think. The journey might take unexpected twists, and there may be days when you feel like everything is moving in the opposite direction. But those days are part of the plan. Every step, every struggle, every moment of doubt is leading you toward the breakthrough that's just around the corner. The key is to stay faithful, to keep moving forward, and to trust that the distance between you and your goal is much smaller than you think. Success isn't always a straight line. Sometimes the path is full of bends, turns, and detours. But every twist, every turn is part of the story. You're closer than you realize to the moment when everything will come together, when the pieces will finally fall into place. The best way to make it to that moment is to keep walking, even when you can't see the way forward. You are closer than you think, and the breakthrough is nearer than you can imagine. Just keep moving forward, because you're right on the edge of something amazing. Trust the timing of your life, written in a warm, inspiring, story-driven tone, tailored to a Christian audience, without directly mentioning God. There are moments in life when we feel like everything is moving too slowly. We've set goals, worked tirelessly toward them, and yet the results seem distant. It feels like we're standing still while everyone else is racing ahead. In these moments, frustration begins to build. Why isn't it happening faster? Why does it feel like the things we want are just out of reach? But here's something important to hold on to. Trust the timing of your life. Timing, as we often learn the hard way, is everything. It's natural to feel impatient when we want something, especially when we've been waiting for a long time. But there is something powerful in waiting. While we may not understand why things aren't happening right now, the truth is that everything is unfolding exactly as it should, even if it doesn't feel like it. Life has its own rhythm, its own pace, and there are moments when we need to allow ourselves to be in sync with that rhythm, rather than forcing things to happen on our term. Think about a plant growing. When it's first planted, it doesn't bloom overnight. It needs time to take root, to grow, to strengthen. If you tried to rush the process, you'd only hurt the plant. You can't force the seasons to change, and you can't rush the growth. In the same way, there are areas of your life where you may feel like you've been waiting too long, but what you're really experiencing is a time of preparation. There are parts of your character, your skills, and your heart that need to be cultivated before you can fully step into the next season. This process takes time, and trusting it is key to reaching the place you're meant to be. Every season has its purpose. The reason things are unfolding the way they are, the reason things might be taking longer than you thought, is because there is a bigger plan in motion. There's a divine timing to everything in your life. You might not understand why the timing is what it is, but that doesn't make it any less significant. The setbacks, the waiting, the pauses, they are all necessary steps in your journey, even if they feel like obstacles in the moment. Life is leading you somewhere, and the timing of each moment is part of the process. The hardest part of trusting the timing of your life is letting go of control. We live in a world that celebrates speed and instant gratification. We're taught that the faster we go, the more successful we'll be. But that isn't the way life works, not truly. Sometimes the most important moments in our lives come after a long period of waiting, of growing, of learning. The timing is never wasted. It's a space where you can reflect, refine, and prepare. The most successful people in the world didn't achieve their greatness overnight. It took years of hard work, setbacks, and perseverance. The same is true for you. Trust that this time you are in, this season you're walking through, is preparing you for something that you may not even see yet. When you trust the timing of your life, you also learn to let go of comparison. It's easy to look around at the people around us and think, why are they ahead of me? But the truth is, their timing is not your timing. Their journey is not your journey. What looks like success for them may not be success for you. You are on your own unique path, with a timeline designed specifically for you. No one else's progress can define yours, because your timing is not based on what others are doing. It's based on where you need to be when you need to be there. Everyone's story unfolds differently, and that's the beauty of life. Patience is often a requirement for growth. We don't often see how much we're changing and growing until we look back. The truth is that everything you've gone through, every trial, every challenge, every moment of uncertainty has been shaping you into the person you need to become. And sometimes it's only when we allow ourselves to trust in the timing of life that we realize we were being prepared all along. The things you thought were setbacks were actually the steps leading you to where you are meant to be. Remember, nothing of true value comes easily or quickly. True growth, true success, and true fulfillment come after time spent working, learning, and waiting. So when you feel frustrated, when it seems like things are moving too slowly, take a deep breath and trust the timing. You are exactly where you need to be. Every delay, every moment of waiting is part of the greater story. Trust that what's meant for you will arrive at just the right moment. And in the meantime, keep walking with faith and confidence. Your time is coming, and it will be right on time. As we reflect on the journey of life and the surprises that await us, let us remember that even in the midst of uncertainty, we are being prepared for something bigger than we can imagine. The challenges, the delays, and the moments of doubt are not punishments, but steps in our preparation. We are closer than we think to the breakthroughs we've been waiting for, and often the best surprises are the ones we never planned. We must trust in the timing of our lives, knowing that everything unfolds as it should, in its own perfect season. So, as you continue on your path, remember that you are not alone in your struggles. You are being shaped, refined, and equipped for the greatness that lies ahead. Trust the process, believe in your journey, and know that the best is yet to come. Thank you for being here today and allowing me to share these words with you. I believe in each and every one of you, and I know that the journey you're on will lead you to a place of unimaginable joy and success. Stay hopeful, stay patient, and above all, stay faithful in the journey that is unfolding before you. Thank you, and may your life be filled with the biggest surprises you've ever imagined.